Good morning, children. So, our next topic is CSV files. So, a CSV file is a comma separated values, is a simple file format used to store tabular data such as a spreadsheet or database. So, a CSV file, CSV means comma separated values. These CSV files are used to store our spreadsheet or database contents. So, as the name indicates, the values data stored in this file are in the form of comma separated values. That is, all the data are separated by commas. A CSV file stores tabular data, numbers and text in plain text format. That is, a tabular data is stored in the form of just a plain text that is separated by commas. Each line of the file is a data record. Each line of the file is the row of a particular spreadsheet or database. So a single row becomes first row becomes first line of the CSV file. Second row becomes second line of the CSV file. The use of a comma as a field separator is the source of the name for this file format. Because we use in CSV file, comma is used to separate the data, so hence it got the name CSV file, comma separated values. CSV is a simple file format used to store tabular data such as spreadsheet or database. So, we can transfer data between our data frames and CSV files. We can transfer data between data frames and CSV files. So, this is how our Excel sheet or database table look like in this format. It has a 3 columns and 2 rows. It has 3 columns and 2 rows. So, you can see when we convert this tabular data into CSV format, you can see the first row, that is these headings, roll number, name and marks, that are column names, are separated by commas, roll number, name and marks. Then the next row, the first row, the values in that column 101 Ramesh and 77.5 is converted to the next line of the CSV file 101 Ramesh 77.5. But instead of the table format, the data is comma separated. Data is separated by commas. Then again the next line 102 Harish 45.6 is converted to the next line of the CSV file 102 comma Harish comma 45.6. So this is how a CSV file looks. Here the data is in the form of comma separated values. So in CSV file format, each row of the table is stored in one row. Each row of the table is stored in one row. First row, first line of CSV file. Then the field values of row are stored together with comma after every field value. So each value, that is each field value, is separated by commas in a single row. First row's field values are in the same row separated by commas. Second row will be in the same row in CSV file but separated by commas, and so on. So in a CSV file format, the data is in the form of comma separated values. So let us see what are the advantages of this CSV file format. It is simple compact and unambiguous format for data storage. Simple, compact and ubiquitous format for data storage. It is a common format for data interchange because whatever we convert into CSV, it will be in the same format, that is comma separated. So it is a common format. Then it can be opened in popular spreadsheets like Microsoft Excel, OpenOffice, Calc, etc. Then nearly all spreadsheets and databases support import and export to CSV format. So these are the advantages of CSV. Then let us see how to create and read a CSV file. So a CSV is a text file, so it can be created and edited using a text editor. So we can create and edit a CSV file using a text editor like our Notepad. More frequently, however, a CSV file is created by exporting a spreadsheet or database in the program that created it. So we can export a CSV file or a spreadsheet by exporting a spreadsheet or database in the program that has created it. So our data which is stored in the spreadsheet or a database is to be imported into the program. All CSV files follow a standard format, that is, each column is separated by a delimiter such as comma, semicolon, space or a tab, and each new line indicates a new row. So in a single row, the different column values are separated by a delimiter, that is either a comma or semicolon or a space or a tab, and each new line indicates a new row. So let us see how to create a CSV file using Microsoft Excel on the basis of the table employee. So this is a table employee and we have to create a CSV file using Microsoft Excel. So let us see how to create a CSV file. So for that, first launch Microsoft Excel. Open a Microsoft Excel like this and copy the contents of this table and create a Excel sheet with the same content. With the same content, an Excel sheet is created. Then type the data in the above table in the Excel sheet. You will also notice that some cell values are missing to represent missing values or NaN in Pandas data frame. So in Excel sheet you can see this at EMPID 105 value for salary is missing in that table. Also in this Excel sheet they have in line 4, the line 4 is left empty and the place in EMPID 105, it is the salary column is also left. So you can see how the output will appear. So we have created a Excel sheet with the contents, same content in the table employee. Now we have to save that Excel sheet. This Excel sheet we have to save the file with a proper name by clicking File, save or save as, or press Ctrl plus S to save as a window, to open the save as window like this. To open the save as window shown here. Now type the name of the file as employee and select file type as CSV, delimited from the drop down arrow. Here you have to enter the file name employee, then save as type you have to select. Here it is a drop down menu. By clicking on the drop down menu you will see different file formats, and in that you have to take the file format CSV. In bracket it will be delimited, that is it will be separated by commas. Then select that, click on the save button. Click on the save button. Then Excel will ask you for the confirmation to select CSV format. The Excel will, this pop-up window will open up and you will be asked to save the only, because this Excel sheet contains, this workbook contains multiple sheets, 3 sheets. So they are asking that this Excel sheet only converts the particular sheet, Excel workbooks particular sheet only into CSV file format. So only that particular sheet will be converted into CSV. So we have to click OK. After clicking OK, again one dialog box will appear, and this dialog box is asking whether to use comma as a delimited. So we have to press enter. Yes. So yes to retain and save the Excel file in CSV format. Then click on the yes, and our data will be saved in the form of, our Excel sheet will be saved in the form of CSV. Now we have created a CSV file. Now let us see how to view this CSV file. Now to view this, we told that CSV file format is a text file. It's that it can be viewed using a text editor. So we have a text editor called Notepad. This is the icon of the Notepad. So when we open this text editor, Notepad, and from that go to the file. Go to file, then open the document that we have saved in the form of CSV format, that is employee.csv, our file employee.csv. Then when we open that employee.csv, our in Notepad it will appear like this. The first heading rows, then the second row, then the third row. Each row the column values are separated by commas. Then you can see we have in the Excel sheet they have left one row as empty. So again this in CSV file format also you can see 4 commas are there to indicate blank spaces. You can see here in the previous row also there are 4 commas, but it has values. But to indicate empty row there are also 4 commas to indicate that the values in that cell, particular cell, is empty. Here also you can see after comma no value is there. This is, it's a nan, not a number. Now we have created a CSV file and we have opened a CSV file in Notepad or text editor. Now this is how we can view the CSV file. CSV file is a comma separated file. Now let us see how to read a CSV file to data frame. Now this is all we have done in our text editor. Now we can view this data in a data frame. So after creating a simple employee CSV file, it can be read using read CSV function. In Pandas, once you know the path of your file, so we can read this file to the data frame if we know the path of this file. So path means the location of our file where we have stored our CSV file. So if we know the location of our file, then by using read underscore CSV function, so using this read underscore CSV function, we can read a CSV file to data frame. So the read underscore CSV function loads the data in Pandas data frame. Loads the data in Pandas data frame. We know that multiple data frames have multiple data types. That is, some columns are integers or numbers and some are float, string or dates, etc. But CSV file treats all these data types as characters only. So whatever data type we give to a data frame are of different data types, but our CSV file will treat every data type as a character. However, Pandas interprets these data types specifically when loading the data. For example, if a column contains only numbers, Pandas will set that column's data type as an integer or float. So when importing data from a CSV file to a data frame, our CSV file contains data always in the form of characters. So while loading data to the data frame, our Python interpreter will convert the data into appropriate data type. That is, if a particular column contains only integer values, then it will check and convert it into either integer or floating point data type. Syntax for read underscore CSV method is import pandas as PD, then data frame df data frame is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV in bracket path, file path, that is the path or the location of the file. So let us see. To open employee.csv file, employee.csv using pandas, how to write the program. So for that, import pandas as PD, then we are creating a data frame df. So df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV. So read underscore CSV is the function to read data from a CSV file and to create a data frame. So in that function we are providing the path of the file. So this is the path of the file. So I have stored this CSV file on the desktop of my computer. So its location is C user desktop employee.csv. So we have to provide the path of the CSV file inside the read underscore CSV function. So this is what is the CSV, what is the file that I have converted, Excel sheet that I have converted into CSV file. So this is the employee.csv. This is the employee.csv file. Its path is this. So it is located on the desktop. Then printdf will print the data frame like this. So you can see there are 5 columns: employee ID, name, age, city and salary. And in the employee ID 105 you can see the salary is NAN for this set of row. The salary is NAN because in this Excel sheet we have given the place for 105, salary value is not given. So in the data frame what it has made is that in the data frame it has converted that place as NAN, a value NAN, not a number value. Now this is how we open a CSV file into exporting a CSV file into the data frame. So for that, first we import our pandas library as PD, then df, or create a data frame. Df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv, read underscore csv. Then in bracket, in single quotes or in double quotes, put the path. Then print df, print the data frame. Then we will get the data frame. If there are empty cells, then that particular place will be replaced with a NAN, not a number.
എടുക്കാനിട്ട്
Let us see how to create a CSV file using this data in our Excel sheet. So we have a data that was extracted, that was copied from the table employee. So we are saving this Excel sheet in the form of CSV. So save as, then the name is employee, then we are saving it in the format CSV comma separated, then save in the desktop. Save. Then it asks that it will be only the first sheet. There are 3 sheets, you can see. Only first sheet will be converted into CSV. So we have to press OK, then again press OK, then in the notepad going to open the file. The CSV file is opened in notepad, this in desktop. So open it. Only notepads or text editors can be used for viewing the data CSV file. So while opening, you can see the data is in the form of comma separated values. So in here you can see the last row, so many columns are there, so many commas are there. That because I have deleted some rows from the last row from the table Excel sheet, that's why it represents like that. And last column also I have deleted few values, that is why it is showing there also. Last 2 columns also commas, 2 commas are there. Next is to display the shape of the CSV file. We have a function called shape. So shape means the number of rows and columns in that CSV file. So for that we have a function called shape. So in the same program we have to import our pandas library, then create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV, that is to read the CSV file to a data frame. From the CSV file we are creating a data frame df. Then after printing the data frame df, the output will be this, and like this, the output will be like this. And when we print df dot shape, the output obtained is, you can see 7 comma 5, that is 7 is the number of rows and 5 is the number of columns. So from that, here if we run on the interpreter mode to see separately the number of rows and number of columns, we can write in the interpreter mode, write the command row comma column. These row and column are 2 variables. Row comma column equal to df dot, that is our data frame, dot shape. Then the row will have the values of number of rows and column will have the value for number of columns. And if we print row, then the output is 7. If we print column, then the output is 5. So shape function is used to retrieve the shape of the data frame. Shape of the data frame that is obtained through CSV file. Next, let us see reading CSV file with specific selected columns. That is, we have seen in data frames by viewing a data frame with specific selected columns. So here we are creating the data frame itself from the CSV file with only selected columns. If our CSV file has large number of columns and we need only 2 or 3 columns of that CSV file, then we can use this statement, use this command to select only particular columns of that CSV file to create our data frame. So in our import program, we first import our pandas library, import pandas as pd, Then create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. That is, to create a data frame from a CSV file, we have the function read underscore CSV. Then in that, first one is the path of the CSV file, comma, we have a function, new attribute in this function called use calls, use COLS. Use calls is a function, use is an attribute in the read CSV function to select only particular columns of a CSV file, to select only particular columns of a CSV file. So inside that attribute, use calls equal to, in square brackets, that is a list containing name of the columns which we want to select in the data frame. So the name of the columns I have given is name, age, comma, salary. Our CSV file has 5 columns. In that, we have selected only 3 columns, that is name, age and salary inside the use calls attribute. So when we print our data frame has only 3 columns out of 5 columns of the CSV file. We have selected only 3 columns, name, age and salary. This even displays the NaN values also. NaN values are also selected. So to retrieve specific or selected columns from a CSV file or CSV file into the data frame, we use the attribute use calls in function read underscore CSV. This attribute is used in read underscore CSV function. So it will select particular columns from that CSV file. Next program is to select particular rows. Here we cannot specify the particular rows, we can specify the number of rows that can be selected. So in this program, we first import pandas as pd, then create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore csv. This read underscore csv is for creating a data frame from a CSV file, importing data from a CSV file into a data frame. We use the function read underscore CSV. Inside that, we are giving a parameter, that is the path of the CSV file. It is the path of the CSV file. Then comma, we have introduced a new attribute called n rows. N rows is the number of rows that has to be displayed. So here n rows is the new parameter that is introduced. So n rows equal to 5. Here 5 indicates the first 5 rows of the CSV file. First 5 rows of the CSV file will be imported to our data frame. So first 5 rows of the CSV file will be selected and created a data frame. A data frame is created with the first 5 rows of the CSV file. So you can see, for selecting particular rows from a CSV file, we have an attribute called n rows. N rows equal to the number of rows to be selected. Here 5 indicates 5 rows to be are to be displayed. So you can see our data frame contains rows from 0 to 4. That is, only 5 rows from the CSV file are imported and displayed in the data frame. Our data frame has 7 rows. In that, only 5 of them are and displayed. So for selecting particular number of rows, we have a function called n rows. Next program is reading a CSV file without header. So you can see this EMP ID, name, age, city, salary, these are the column names or headers in the CSV file. So these headers we can write the program or display in the data frame without a header. So for that purpose we have to use an attribute in the read underscore CSV function. That attribute is called header. So in this program, first we import our pandas library, that is import pandas as PD, then create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV, then in bracket first parameter, that is the path of the CSV file, then comma header equal to none. In none, n should be in caps. In none, n should be caps. So here we have introduced a new attribute called header. New attribute called header. When we set header equal to none, our header of the CSV file will be set as a row. Header will be considered as a row and columns will have its own index values, and column header will be replaced with index values. You can see when we print this data frame, print df, you can see the output obtained is like this. That is, the column headers have now become a row. Like in the 0 index, in the 0 row index, you can see a new row is added with the column header, and instead of column header, it is replaced with value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So to retrieve data from a CSV file without header, we have to include an attribute called header in the read underscore CSV function, and we have to write header equal to none, and the none, the first letter of none, n, should be in caps. Also you can see here the header is removed and the new header is the index value 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we can replace this header with the previous one, that is EMP ID, name, age, city, salary, etc. The previous one we can use skip rows equal to none. In the same program we have included an attribute called skip rows equal to none. In the same program, that is, we create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV. In that, first argument is the path of the CSV file, then comma, we have added a new attribute called skip rows equal to none. Here also the n of none is caps. So skip none will skip the first row and make it display it as the previous one. So if we have this our data frame like this, we can skip the first row and make it appear like the previous one by using skip rows equal to none. So it will skip the first row and make it as the header. So if I write here skip rows equal to 1, then it will again skip the first row, that is at index position 0, this 100 Ritesh is changed to the as the header. So skip rows will skip a row and make it a header. Next program is reading CSV file without index. So these were column names. So here we have read file, CSV file without header. Now we are going to read a CSV file without index, that is without the index value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are going to read a CSV file without index. So in the same program, import pandas as PD, create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV. Inside that we have the first parameter, that is the path, comma, we have introduced another parameter, that is index underscore call equal to 0. That is, if we set index underscore call equal to 0, then the CSV file imported to the data frame will not have the index column, So when we print this data frame, the output obtained will be like this, without any index column. It has only 5 columns and the data frame do not have the index column like this, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. This column is not present in this program, this output, because we have removed the index column using the parameter index underscore call equal to 0. Index underscore call equal to 0. So to remove the index column, we have the argument called index underscore call equal to 0. So in the read underscore CSV function, we have introduced an argument called index underscore call equal to 0, which will remove the index column of the CSV file and it will be imported to the data frame. First, the index column is removed from the data frame while importing. In the data frame, index column will not be displayed. So these are all functions for importing in various kinds. CSV files are imported to the data frame with different ways. So different ways of importing the CSV file to our data frame. These are not operations on data frames but operations on importing the CSV file to a data frame. So this program is to rename the CSV file, reading the CSV file with new column names. So we can rename this, our column names, old column names, with a new one. So for that we import pandas as PD, then create a data frame df is equal to pd dot read underscore CSV in bracket our path of the CSV file, comma, we have used skip rows because we have to skip this first previous column, previous row, that is our header. We have to skip this one. So we have written skip rows equal to 1. We have written the introduced the attribute skip rows equal to 1 because we have to skip the previous column header. Then, and to rename the columns, we have the attribute called names. So names will have the new names, column names of the new column names of the data CSV file that has to be imported to the data frame. So here if we change all these in CSV file, it will not be affected, but what data is displayed in the data frame only will be changed. In CSV file no change will take place, but only just in the in displaying in the data frame only, these names are changed, or whatever change we make is affected only in the data frame which we see. So here, to rename the columns, we have an attribute called names. Names equal to, in square brackets, as a list, the new names of the column. So here we have renamed EMPID as EID, name as eName, age as EAge, city as eCity, and salary as eSalary, because it is the details of employee. So when we print this data frame, the output obtained is the data frame with the new column name. The data frame with new column name. So we can replace, we can change the column names by, first we have to remove the old column name. That is, for that we use skip rows equal to 1. That will skip the first row, and to change the name of the column we have the attribute names. So names equal to, in square brackets, the new names of the columns. Then when we print this data frame, our data frame will look like this, will have new column names. Okay children, this part, we learned about CSV files and importing the CSV files to data frame, and all of you do all the functions and all the attributes introduced in this function, and try out this with different values. Okay, thank you children.